Have you ever felt like your dreams or goals are slipping away, maybe because time seems to be flying faster than before? Perhaps you've thought, it's too late for me to start something new. I get it. Many people in their later years start to believe that the best years have already passed. But what if I told you that it's never too late to achieve something incredible? In this video, we're going to talk about a powerful concept that can change your life in just 90 days. Achieving your goals in 90 days, as inspired by the legendary Napoleon Hill. This isn't just about setting vague goals and hoping for the best. We're going to break it down into simple, actionable steps that anyone can follow, regardless of age. First of all, let's understand why setting goals at this stage in life is so important. As we get older, the idea of long-term goals can seem daunting. The truth is, setting smaller, more immediate goals can reignite that sense of purpose we sometimes lose touch with. Whether it's learning a new skill, starting a new hobby, or even improving your health, focusing on what you can achieve in the next 3 months can bring a sense of excitement and accomplishment that will truly enrich your life. Now, I know that you might be thinking, but I don't know where to start. That's completely normal, and you're not alone. What's crucial here is understanding that the process of achieving any goal starts with one key thing: a definite desire. Napoleon Hill, in his famous book Think and Grow Rich, emphasizes that you must have a clear, burning desire to accomplish something. Without that, no matter how hard you try, you're just going through the motions. Take a moment to think about what it is that you really want to achieve. Maybe it's a health goal, like walking 30 minutes a day, or perhaps it's something creative, like painting or writing. Whatever it is, it's important to make that desire crystal clear. I'll guide you through how you can shape your desires into specific, achievable goals that will lead you to success. So, let's break this down step by step. The first thing you need to do is define your goal clearly. No vague ideas here. If your goal is to get healthier, be specific. Decide that you want to walk 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, instead of just saying, I want to get healthier. If it's something creative, like learning to play the piano, decide to learn one new song within the next 90 days. What's important is that your goal is specific, measurable, and realistic. It's one thing to say, I want to be more active, but it's something else entirely to say, I'm going to walk for 20 minutes every day for the next 90 days. The latter is much more focused and gives you something to work towards each day. Next, Hill's philosophy tells us that you need to write down your goal and create a plan to reach it. I know, it might sound simple, but writing down your goals activates a process in your brain that makes them feel more tangible. When you put pen to paper, it's no longer just a wish. It becomes something you're committed to achieving. Once your goal is written down, create a plan. If your goal is to walk 30 minutes a day, then your plan might include setting out your walking shoes the night before, finding a walking partner, or deciding on a route. It's about taking actionable steps that make the process of achieving your goal feel like a daily routine. Now, you're probably thinking, but what if I don't have the energy to do this every day? And that's a valid concern. But here's where the magic happens. When you start to see progress, even in small amounts, it will fuel your desire to keep going. That's the beauty of setting goals in the short term, like a 90-day challenge. You get to see the results quickly, which keeps you motivated. Now, let's talk about something crucial in this process: belief. You need to truly believe that you can achieve your goal. It's easy to doubt yourself, especially when you've had challenges in the past. But remember, achieving goals is about small wins. It's about making progress, no matter how small. Start where you are, with what you have. Believing that you can do it is half the battle. So, how do we make this work? Once you've defined your goal and written it down with a clear plan in mind, it's time to take action. Every single day, take at least one step toward your goal. It doesn't have to be huge, just something that moves you forward. Maybe it's walking for 15 minutes today instead of 20, or perhaps it's practicing the piano for 10 minutes instead of 5. Progress is progress, and every bit counts. Remember, the key to this process is consistency. If you can commit to taking action every day, even on the days when it feels tough, you'll begin to see results that are nothing short of amazing. In the next part of this video, we'll dive into how to maintain momentum when the excitement starts to wear off. You'll learn how to stay on track even when challenges arise, and how to keep pushing forward day after day. So, think about your goal. How will you start today? What small step can you take right now that will lead you toward success in the next 90 days? Stay with me, and together, we'll unlock your full potential. Now that we've got a clear idea of your goal and a plan to achieve it, let's talk about how to stay motivated when the excitement begins to fade. This is a part of the process where many people stumble. When you start something new, it's easy to feel excited at first. The enthusiasm is high and you're eager to see progress. But as the days go by, it's not unusual to encounter challenges that test your resolve. You might get tired, distracted, or simply lose that initial spark of excitement. So, how do you stay on track? The key here is to create a system that holds you accountable, not just to the goal itself, but to the process. One of the best ways to maintain motivation is to break your 90-day goal into smaller milestones. This makes the goal feel more manageable and gives you more opportunities to celebrate your progress. For example, if your goal is to walk 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, break it down into weekly milestones. Every week you complete your goal. Take a moment to acknowledge your success. Maybe it's treating yourself to something small, like a favorite snack, or a relaxing moment in the afternoon. Whatever it is, celebrate your victories. This sense of accomplishment will help keep you going, especially when you encounter setbacks or when motivation wanes. It reminds you that each step forward, no matter how small, is a step in the right direction. Another powerful strategy for staying motivated is to visualize your success. This might sound a bit woo-woo, but visualization is a technique that successful people in all walks of life swear by. Take a few minutes every day to close your eyes and imagine yourself reaching your goal. Picture how you'll feel when you've achieved it. See yourself walking those 30 minutes with ease, feeling stronger and healthier. Visualizing your success not only boosts your mood, but also helps program your brain to keep working toward your goal. Along with visualization, it's also important to keep a positive mindset. It's natural to have moments of doubt, especially when progress feels slow. But remember, this journey is about consistency, not perfection. If you miss a day or fall short of your goal, don't be too hard on yourself. Instead, view it as a learning experience. Ask yourself, what could I do differently next time? Then, get back on track without guilt. The real secret to success is resilience, being able to bounce back and keep going after each challenge. Another way to stay motivated is by having someone or something to hold you accountable. Accountability is a powerful tool in achieving goals. This could be a friend or family member who you check in with regularly to report on your progress. You could also join a community or online group of people who are working on similar goals. There's something incredibly motivating about knowing that someone else is rooting for you and expecting you to keep going. If accountability with others isn't an option, consider using reminders or trackers. This could be a simple habit tracker where you mark off each day that you complete your goal. The act of crossing off a day provides a sense of accomplishment. and helps you visually see your progress. Plus, it's a great way to keep track of how far you've come. As you progress toward your goal, don't forget to reassess your plan. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes things don't go as planned. Maybe your initial goal of walking 30 minutes a day isn't feasible due to weather, health, or other circumstances. If that happens, don't throw in the towel. Just adjust your plan. Perhaps you can walk indoors for 20 minutes on particularly rainy days. Flexibility is key to making sure your plan works for you, not against you. Now, let's talk about the importance of focusing on the journey itself, rather than just the destination. It's easy to get caught up in the final result and forget that the true value comes from the small, consistent steps we take every day. It's not about achieving the goal in a flash, but about building momentum that keeps you moving forward, even when you don't feel like it. There's something magical about the process itself. Each day you commit to your goal, you are building self-discipline, which is a skill that has benefits far beyond your current goal. Whether it's building a healthy habit, learning a new skill, or simply sticking to something for 90 days, you are strengthening your resolve and boosting your confidence. The more you prove to yourself that you can follow through, the more your belief in yourself grows. This is one of the most powerful aspects of setting and achieving goals later in life. It shows you that you are still capable of growing and improving, no matter your age. One last thing to keep in mind as you work toward your goal is the power of patience. This journey won't be perfect, and it's okay to take things one step at a time. Achieving a goal in 90 days doesn't mean that you need to be perfect every day. Some days will be harder than others, and some goals may take longer to reach than expected. But with patience and persistence, you'll make steady progress. And when you reach that 90-day mark, you'll be amazed at how much you've accomplished. More than the goal itself, the real reward is the person you become in the process. The person who believed in themselves enough to start, and who kept going, even when it felt tough. In the final part of this video, we'll wrap up by looking at how you can keep up the momentum after those 90 days are over, and how this 90-day framework can help you continue to set and achieve new goals. So, stick with me, and let's finish strong. You're well on your way to achieving something incredible. As we approach the final stretch of this 90-day journey, it's important to reflect on what you've learned and how you can carry that momentum forward. The incredible thing about setting goals is that once you experience success, even in small steps, it becomes easier to keep going. You've proved to yourself that you are capable of achieving what you set out to do, and that sense of accomplishment can propel you into your next challenge with even more confidence. So, what happens after the 90 days? Are you done? Absolutely not. This is just the beginning. Once you've reached your goal, whether it's walking 30 minutes a day, learning a new song on the piano, or improving your overall health, you've laid the groundwork for creating new habits and continuing to grow. The key is to use the progress you've made as a springboard for future goals. The first step in this process is to celebrate your success. Don't just gloss over it. Take time to acknowledge how far you've come. Look back at the person you were when you first set your goal, and marvel at the growth you've achieved. Even if your journey wasn't perfect, you stayed committed. You took action every day, and that is a huge accomplishment. Take a moment to be proud of yourself, because you've earned it. Once you've celebrated, it's time to think about what comes next. Maybe you want to continue the habit you've just formed. If your goal was to walk 30 minutes a day, perhaps you can challenge yourself to increase the time or add some variety, like walking at a faster pace or choosing different routes. The idea is to take what you've accomplished and expand on it, pushing yourself just a little further. But what if your goal was something else entirely? Like learning a new skill. Maybe you've mastered one song on the piano. Great job! Now, you can set a new goal, learning another song, or perhaps even learning how to read sheet music. Whatever it is, the idea is to keep evolving. By setting a new challenge for yourself, you keep that sense of growth and accomplishment alive. This is where your mindset becomes crucial. When you achieve a goal, it's natural to feel a sense of fulfillment, but it's equally important to keep that fire burning. Napoleon Hill's philosophy emphasizes that success is a never-ending journey. Even when you've achieved one goal, there's always another one to pursue. Life is about continual improvement, and each goal you reach makes you stronger and more capable of taking on bigger challenges. It's also important to remember that your goals don't always have to be grand. Sometimes, the most rewarding goals are the smaller ones, like taking care of your health, spending quality time with family, or simply enjoying the present moment. As you get older, goals like these become even more meaningful because they enhance your overall quality of life. Another key element is the power of reflection. After completing a 90-day goal, take some time to reflect on the journey. What went well? What could you improve on for next time? This reflection period helps you fine-tune your approach for future goals. Maybe you learned that you need a better morning routine to stick to your goal. Or perhaps you realized you're more successful when you have a clear accountability partner. These insights are invaluable and can be applied to every future goal you set. Moreover, this reflective practice will keep you grounded and remind you that every setback or obstacle you face is simply part of the process. We all experience challenges, but the key is to learn from them and not let them deter us from continuing to pursue our goals. You've proven to yourself over these 90 days that you are resilient, and resilience is one of the most powerful qualities you can have. As you move forward, don't forget about the importance of staying accountable. Whether it's through an accountability partner, a habit tracker, or a group of like-minded individuals, keep yourself in check. Accountability ensures that you're staying true to your goals, even when life throws curveballs your way. It can also help you celebrate your successes in a more meaningful way, knowing that someone is there to cheer you on along the way. One of the best things about the 90-day framework is that it helps break down larger, more overwhelming goals into manageable steps. This approach doesn't just help you reach a goal, it teaches you how to think strategically about setting and achieving goals, regardless of their size. And that's a skill you can carry with you for the rest of your life. At this point, you may be wondering, how do I keep this up? How do I make goal setting a consistent part of my life? The answer is simple. Keep going. As you've learned, it's all about taking those small, consistent steps every day. And once you've reached a goal, you can repeat the process with a new one, applying everything you've learned to the next challenge. But there's something else that's important here: the fact that you can enjoy the process. Sometimes, we get so caught up in achieving the end result that we forget to enjoy the journey. Whether it's learning something new, building healthier habits, or simply accomplishing something you once thought impossible, the process itself can be deeply fulfilling. Finally, remember that age is not a barrier to achievement. In fact, it can be a huge advantage. With the wisdom and life experience you've gained, you're in a unique position to tackle goals with a perspective that younger people may not have. The beauty of achieving goals later in life is that you're doing it on your terms with a deep understanding of what matters most to you. So, as you finish up your 90-day challenge, take a moment to appreciate everything you've done. Reflect on the lessons you've learned and the growth you've experienced. And as you set your sights on new goals, remember, this journey is yours, and you are more than capable of continuing to achieve incredible things. Here's to your continued success, to the goals you've yet to reach, and to living a life filled with purpose and growth. Whatever your next step is, know that you have the tools, the mindset, and the determination to make it happen. Let's keep moving forward, one step at a time. You've got this. As you continue on this journey, remember that there will always be new challenges, new dreams, and new opportunities on the horizon. The 90-day framework we've discussed isn't just a one-time thing, it's a lifelong strategy. As you look back on everything you've achieved, don't see it as the end of the road, but rather the beginning of an even greater adventure. A common misconception is that once we reach a goal, we should immediately stop and rest. But the most successful people understand that success is an ongoing process, not a destination. By setting goals, achieving them, and setting new ones, you create a cycle of growth and fulfillment that keeps life exciting. Every goal you set builds on the previous one, and each accomplishment adds to your confidence and motivation for the next challenge. In fact, you may find that the more you challenge yourself, the more you discover new things about yourself. For example, you might realize that you enjoy learning new skills, or that you're capable of pushing yourself even further than you thought. This sense of discovery is one of the greatest joys of setting and achieving goals. As you move forward, continue to embrace this mindset of constant growth. Whether you're pursuing personal development, learning a new skill, or improving your health, the journey itself is where the magic happens. The process of setting a goal, working toward it, and achieving it will always bring value, no matter what stage of life you're in. At any age, it's important to be kind to yourself and recognize your own worth. The fact that you are taking the time to invest in your personal growth and pursue new goals is something to be incredibly proud of. There's no age limit on success, and every step you take forward, no matter how small, is a victory. And remember, your goals don't have to be life-changing or monumental. They can be as simple as spending more time with family, reading a book you've always wanted to, or even just taking the time to rest and recharge. Each of these goals adds to the richness of your life, and every achievement, big or small, contributes to your overall sense of purpose. The beauty of this process is that it's yours to shape. You have the power to choose what you want to achieve, and the flexibility to change direction if your interests or priorities shift. If a goal doesn't excite you anymore, feel free to adjust it or set an entirely new one. Life is dynamic, and your goals should be too. The most important thing is that you keep going. Keep believing in yourself, keep setting new goals, and keep taking action. One day at a time. Don't wait for the perfect moment or for everything to fall into place. Start where you are, with what you have, and build from there. With the right mindset, consistency, and patience, there's no limit to what you can achieve. And if you found this video helpful, I encourage you to share your thoughts and experiences with us in the comments. How has your 90-day journey been so far? What goals have you set for yourself? I'd love to hear your stories and support you along the way. If you're ready to continue this journey of growth and success, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more motivational content and tips to help you achieve your goals. You've got this, and I'm here to cheer you on every step of the way. Remember, life is not about how many years you've lived, but what you do with the time you have. Here's to living your best life, setting bold goals, and continuing to achieve greatness, no matter your age. Keep moving forward, keep setting goals, and most importantly, keep believing in yourself. You're capable of so much more than you think, and the best is yet to come. Keep shining. As you move forward, always remember that the journey you're on is uniquely yours, and it's never too late to start something new. The beauty of setting and achieving goals, especially as you age, is that it constantly reinvents your perspective on life. With each goal you achieve, you redefine what's possible, not just for yourself, but for everyone around you. Your success becomes a beacon of inspiration for others, proving that it's never about the years you've lived, but how you choose to live them. This process of goal setting isn't just about personal achievement. It's about creating a life that's meaningful and fulfilling at every stage. Whether you're learning to walk a bit farther, trying your hand at a creative hobby, or simply improving your daily routine, every step forward is a victory. These small, consistent wins are what will build the foundation for a life that is rich with purpose and joy. In the spirit of continuing this journey, don't forget to surround yourself with positivity. You may find that some days are harder than others, and that's completely normal. Life has its ups and downs, but it's how we respond to those challenges that make all the difference. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, who believe in you, and who encourage you to keep moving forward. Whether it's family, friends, or a supportive community, having that network of support will help you stay committed to your goals and remind you that you're not in this alone. It's also helpful to periodically revisit the goals you've set. Check in with yourself and see how far you've come. Are you on track? Do you feel like your goals are still aligned with what you want to achieve? It's okay to change course, adjust your plans, or even set new goals if you feel like your original ones no longer resonate. The process of reflection helps you fine-tune your approach and ensures that you remain connected to your deepest desires. One of the most beautiful things about achieving goals at any age is the sense of gratitude that comes with it. When you set out to achieve something, no matter how small, you start to appreciate the little things, the ability to take a walk, the joy of learning something new, the satisfaction of completing a task. These are the things that add depth and richness to our lives, and it's so important to savor those moments. In many ways, this journey of growth reminds us of the beauty of life itself. As you continue on this path, you may find that your goals become more aligned with what truly brings you joy and fulfillment. Perhaps you'll take on new projects, pursue new passions, or build deeper connections with the people around you. Each goal you achieve becomes a stepping stone to something greater. And as you look back on your 90-day challenges, you'll see just how much you've grown, not just in the external accomplishments, but in the person you've become. And let me say this, there is no limit to what you can accomplish. Don't let age or circumstance hold you back. Every day presents a new opportunity to take one more step toward a goal. And before you know it, those small steps will have taken you far. So embrace the journey, celebrate every milestone, and never underestimate your ability to achieve more than you ever thought possible. Your goals are within reach. Take the first step, then the next, and keep going. If you ever feel discouraged, remember that every successful person had to face challenges along the way. What sets them apart is their determination to keep going, and you have that same determination within you. So, as you look ahead, I encourage you to think about what your next goal will be. What is it that you truly want to achieve in the next 90 days? Is it improving your health, learning something new, or making a positive change in your life? Whatever it is, know that you have the power to make it happen. Let's keep pushing forward, one small step at a time. You are stronger than you think, and every day you are becoming the person you've always wanted to be. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I'm excited to see all the wonderful things you will achieve, and I'm here cheering you on every step of the way. Remember, life is about growth, purpose, and creating the best version of yourself. No matter where you are in your journey, keep dreaming big and know that the best is yet to come. Keep moving forward, and as always, keep believing in yourself. Thank you for being a part of this amazing journey, and I look forward to seeing you achieve your goals in the next 90 days and beyond. keep shining, and keep striving for greatness. The world is waiting for all the wonderful things you're about to do.